Entrepreneurship as P2A representative from Universitas Islam Indonesia, Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, MArch PhD, the Honorable Deputy Dean from School of Creative Industry, Management and Performing Arts, University Utara Malaysia, Profesor Madya Dr. Juliana Aida Abu Bakar, the Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Psychology and Sociocultural Science, Universitas Islam Indonesia, Dr. Haji Fuad Nashori, SPSI, MSI, MAG Psikolog, the representatives from Dutan University, the Head of Communications Department, Universitas Islam Indonesia, the Head Committee of P2A Ice Cream 2021, the Dean, lecturers from University Utara Malaysia, Dutan University, Universitas Islam Indonesia, and other partner universities, to the moderator, and lastly, to all distinguished participants. On this special occasion, let us offer our praise and gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, for it is with His mercy and blessing we are able to gather in this room to attend the soft launching and general lecture of Passage to Asian on International Course on Creative Media of P2A Ice Cream 2021. Without further ado, let us begin this event by saying Basmalah all together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now, we are going to listen to the welcoming remarks by Vice Rector for Networking and Entrepreneurship as P2A representative from Universitas Islam Indonesia. I would like now to invite Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, MArch PhD. To Insinyur Wiryono, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the soft launching of P2A Ice Cream, the international course on creative media. This is a kind of a short notice I received from Dr. Hilman Velani, but I had the proposal sent to me a while ago about this ice cream program, and I immediately agree with the innovative concept of these activities. I think the abbreviation of ice cream is quite catchy and has an entrepreneurial kind of a value or feel, right, that P2A should consider to maintain. Creative media is getting a higher attention recently, particularly after the world hit by COVID-19 pandemic, which has forced us to change the mode of communications to mostly virtual. So we've been having a lot of activities, in fact, mobilities that turn to be a virtual mobility, right? And so this leads to the changing strategy on how the university develops what we call entrepreneurial mindset, which is the heart of an entrepreneurial university. I think nurturing entrepreneurial mindset is very important to all universities as part of the strategies to ensure the survival ability of the students and staffs. We hope this initiative can inspire members of P2A to strengthen the entrepreneurial capacity of students and staff. And P2A, as you know, recently has been running some activities with entrepreneurial flavor, like hackathon, for instance, collaboration between UII, Temasek, and Cuitan. And now we have ice cream, which is the brand new, and we hope that you can taste this ice cream and continue to this program in the coming future. And I'd like to thank UUM and Dutan University for co-hosting this event, and of course to all partners. I think there's so many partners that I cannot mention one by one. Hopefully these activities can strengthen the vision of P2A and the what P2A wants to have the leading organization in terms of students and staff mobility in Southeast Asia. Thank you very much, and have a nice discussions and have a nice program. Have a really nice ice cream. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Insinyur Wiryono, for the very such wonderful opening remarks. Okay, for the next agenda, we are going to hear the report delivering about P2A ice cream by Dr. Herman Felani. To Dr. Herman Felani, the place and screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wiryono Raharjo or Dr. Wing, for your time. As Pak Wing said, yes, indeed, it's a very short notice, Pak Wing, and creativity comes sometimes in a very last minute, and including this P2A ice cream. So let me give you a little background about this program, Pak Wing, and everyone, Dr. Wing and everyone that actually, okay, firstly, I would like to address the Honorable Dr. Wing, Vice Rector of Collaboration and also Entrepreneurship, Universitas Islam Indonesia, and Dean of Faculty of Psychology and Sociocultural Science, Dr. Fuad Nasori, and then Head of Communication Department, Ibu Puji Rahayu, Ibu Puji Haryanti. I'm nervous. And then Head of International Office, Dr. Dian Sari Utami, and Deputy Dean of SIMPA, University Utara Malaysia, Profesor Madia, Dr. Juliana Aida Abu Bakar. Selamat petang, Professor Dr. Juliana. Vice Provost of Duitan University, Dr. Hang Lei. And then, of course, all of our partners, official partners in this program, our co-hosts. I cannot mention everyone, but I'll mention it later in my presentation. And also, I would like to welcome all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So allow me to tell you a little bit the background about this program. Allow me to share my screen a little bit. So this program is called P2A Ice Cream, and I want to say hello to all of the participants joining us in the Zoom now. So let me show you first the P2A ice cream. So indeed, Pak Wing is right that we used to use this. We decided to use this catchy name, ice cream. It's a lot easy to understand, and it's not a food, of course. It's a course, and actually, this ice cream is it's an acronym for International Course on Creative Media. And Dr. Wing is right. We believe that creativity becomes more and more gaining attention and importance in not only in the campus or the university or higher education level, but everywhere. Now, if you want to survive, you need to be creative. Okay, so this international course on creative media, we call it a course, and this is actually the theme that we have for this year. It's inspiring the world with creative production, and this is the structure of my short presentations. And Pak Wing is right that actually this is very important. In fact, actually, it becomes one of the biggest economy in the world now, creative economy, and it provides around 7% of the total employment. This is from the report from Deloitte's 2020. And then the pandemics also actually caused push us to change with the situation, to adapt with the situation, and creative economy or creative industry could be like a vital engine of economic recovery. So that's why we agree with our partner, with our co-host, with SIMPA, University Utara Malaysia, and also Duitan University, that creativity become one of the most important aspect for university graduates, higher educations, institutions to focus on. Okay, so this program is hosted by Communication Department, Universitas Islam Indonesia, and we involve all of our partners. The cause is University of Malaysia, and then Duy Tan University, Vietnam. And from Indonesia, we have partner Universitas Katolik Atmajaya Jakarta, Unika, and then BINUS University. And from Malaysia, of course, University of Utara Malaysia. And from Thailand, we have Chiang Mai Ratchapat University. And then Vietnam, we have University of Economics and Law and Duy Tan University. Cambodia, we have ASEAN Institute of Cambodia, Paireng University. From Laos, we have National Law University. From Myanmar, we have Victoria University. And from Singapore, we have Genetic Computer School. And from the Philippines, we have Trinity University of Asia and Tarlac Agricultural University. So we want to do this together because, it's easier to work together when you deal with the challenge of the world, right? Not do it alone. And our media partner is Ikonisia TV that you can check on YouTube. This is the Communications Department Televisions Universitas Islam Indonesia. And this is the logo. So Dr. Wing, allow me to introduce you the logo of the program. This is the original logo. The one on the left is the original logo of P2A. And the logo that we use, designed by our team, I should mention Mr. Anggi for his brilliant design, that this symbolizes the spirit of creativity. But we don't forget the values and also professionalisms in the education program that we have, including in this network we have, which is called Passage to ASEAN or P2A. And the program consists of 3 parts. The first one is the lectures. We have general lectures. And then the second part is mentoring and group project. And the third part is e-exhibitions, okay? Or we call it, what is it also called? Cyber exhibitions. And this learning process, we use the principle output-based education and project-based learning. And in this project, in the PBL, students need to work together based on a project that they have, and they need to produce something, which is output-based education. And when they produce the creative media, they should consider the values, the cultural values, local wisdom, spirituality, environment, education, and so on and so forth. And don't forget the social impact. It could be what Dr. Wing mentioned previously about the entrepreneurship, could be also about empowerment of the people. And okay, because this is a course that the participant who join the course, they will be assessed. We have 50% for the group project for the percentage of the assessment, 10% for consultation with mentors and the team. So they will be a group and they will have mentors and teams, and 10% of supervision with supervisor from the host and home university, and 40% for the exhibition. So this is still very open for improvement, also suggestions. So the options, some optional output could be some of creative media, could be creative video like vlog, documentary, culinary, travel video, tutorial video, or it could be soundscape, combination of photo and sound, short films, fiction, non-fiction, photo story, photography, essay, picture story, podcast, video and sound podcast, and also visual essays. And the principles that we will group the students with this, we will focus on diversity. So each group should consist of at least 3 nationalities, okay? And then creativity, so they should have more than one kinds of input or output. And for the empowerment, it's very important. So they should, stimulate the spirit of creativepreneurship, community service, and also global impact. And the platform of the learning, we're going to use some video conference apps, and then group chat, and then learning apps, and also the web. So for the virtual exhibition, we'll use the web, for example, and for the group chat, they can use either WhatsApp, Telegram, and then for the discussion with the mentor, they can use Zoom or Google Meet or something else. So the ice cream as a course, this is actually for Universitas Islam Indonesia student, especially from the communication department, from the IP especially. They can be converted to some subjects such as video production, photography, creative media production, and fiction production. So we do have the subject called creative media productions in our department. But for the home university or partner university, they can decide, adjust it accordingly, but we'll provide the description of the course and also the score that they get and what skills that the student learn during the learning process. And we're going to have some general lectures. It will be around 10 hours. We'll have Mr. Daffa Urrofi. Hello, Mas Daffa. I hope you are here with us now. Thank you for joining us. Who is a content creator, videographer, and also CreativePreneur. We'll learn about creativity and how it can help you also to to gain economic benefit from it. And we have Dr. Zaki Habibi from Universitas Islam Indonesia and Professor Paniza Almark from Edith Cowan University, and Ms. Denti, a Sevening awardee and also journalist of Kompas, and also speakers from our co-hosts from Simpa UUM and also from DTU Vietnam. So good news that we provide $2,000 from program studi ilmu komunikasi from Universitas Islam Indonesia, and this is a total scholarship for all participants, and it will be given to groups to help them during their creative production. And we hope that we're going to have 100 students from around the world, and there will be grouped in 10 groups with various outputs with 10 mentors, okay? And then they will do 20 hours team project, mentoring and supervision, and 10 hours of general lectures and 3 days of exhibitions. So, and the good news that actually I cannot promise a lot, but we got a good news that probably the secretary of P2A will host the awarding event, which is good. And then the criteria for the awarding could be focus on the creativity aspect, social impact, and also the values. So I'm going to end my presentation that actually the focus of this course is on the ability to learn teamwork, creativity, entrepreneurship, and to give social impact. And this is the timeline of the program. We start with the soft launching today, and then we'll open the registration for international students to join, and then we'll do grand launching and lecture 2 with Dr. Zaki from Universitas Islam Indonesia, and then lecture 3, 16 November, and lecture 4 in 20 November. But during that time, the students need to do their 20 hours team project and mentoring, so that they will be ready for the e-exhibition on 10 December. So, last but not least, let's inspire the world with creative production, and then please don't forget to visit us in our social media. Visit our media partner Ikonisia TV on YouTube, and also our Instagram on ip.communication.uii. And if you have any question, feel free to contact us. You can contact me or contact Gianni on the name on the poster. And this is our team from University of Utara Malaysia. We have Mr. Amir from Simpa, and then UUM, and then Mr. Nu from Duita University. And these are the mentors for our great event. Let's give applause to all of our mentors. So we have Mas Anggi. I hope Mas Anggi is here. Mr. Anggi, lecturer in communication department, and then Miss Gianni. Miss Gianni was the MC, and then we have Miss Ida. Miss Ida Dewi, she's I think in the Zoom. Miss Ida, can you say hi or raise hand? Or we have Mr. Oni, and then Miss Tanjung, Miss Kika from Ikonisia TV, and then Mr. Yudi. We have Mr. Gun, Mas Gun, who was one of the invited for his movie was invited for screening in Kyoto film festivals. We have Mr. Ivan, who will be our moderator. He's also a videographer, content creator. Miss Desia, also from Ikonisia TV, and then Mas Rizky, one of our lecturer, and Mas Pampam, one of our staff in the department. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you and have a nice day. I know somebody already used this tagline, but I like to say it again. Have a nice day, and I hope to meet you all in our course. And please join our webinar, because our webinar is open for all. Anyone can join, and we hope that you can learn and get benefit from it, even if you don't join the course. So I'm going to pass the virtual space back to our MC, and thank you again, Pak Wing, for joining us, Dr. Wing, and thank you for all of the partners. And I cannot mention all, but we thank you so much that we can do the soft launching for this program, and hopefully we can do the grand launching of the program when the Secretary of P2A is ready to invite us for that. And thank you, and I would like to say hello also to our overall partners from St. Joseph College of Quezon City, and from University of Utara Malaysia, and everyone who's been joining this program. And thank you. It's really an honor to have you all here. And bye-bye. Have a good day and enjoy the general lecture. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a nice day.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Dr. Herman Falani, for the very wonderful presentation. Now we are going to move to the next agenda. We are going to hear the remarks from Deputy Dean from School of Creative Industry Management and Performing Arts, University of Malaysia, Profesor Madya Dr. Juliana Aida Abu Bakar. Professor Madya, time and screen is yours. Professor Madya, can you hear me? Okay, Dr. Juliana. Sorry, doctor, we still can't hear your voice.
Hello, sorry, I mute my system. Okay, thank you, MC. All right, thank you. Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Yeah, Insinyur Wiryono.
Wabarakatuh.
Yeah, Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, Dr. Fuad Nashori, Dr. Herman Falani, the Chair of Passage to Asian International Course on Creative Media Ice Cream, respective representative from the partners around the region, lecturers and also fellow students. So welcome to P2A Ice Cream. Okay, so I am very honored here to give opening remarks and welcoming remarks for all of you here. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate Universitas Islam Indonesia for organizing such a unique event. As for UUM, this is basically our first year or second year co-hosting the event with UII. Basically, this is basically the sequel from the previous event, right? Previous program, previous years. So we are delighted to be on board with our partners as well from Indonesia and also other countries. So I can see here from Filipina and also some other countries, hopefully. Okay. So we believe that actually because we shared a similar culture and also similar sentiment, hence the spirit of this togetherness, hopefully will escalate the intercultural creative production towards the same aim, which is to inspire the world. So I guess this event is actually the right platform for us to inculcate the togetherness spirit, so that with this togetherness we can create masterpieces. Okay, and the theme for P2A Ice Cream 2021, inspiring the world with creative production, is actually apt with the current condition. As the pandemic hit us hard, creative production is somewhat halted due to the unavailability of resources and also talents for these 2 years. Many full-scale production houses suffer losses and couldn't sustain. Some rather opted for medium and small-scale studio production, as well as post-production and also studio photo shoots. Ladies and gentlemen, Alhamdulillah, in Malaysia, the creative industries are among the lucky ones which receive lots of incentives to revive their businesses. The recent budget has tabled RM 188 million for creative industry sector. This hopefully will help to recover the sector through digital content grants, multimedia digital content, and also film incentives. As you all know, Malaysia is known in the Southeast Asia region, at least if not worldwide, for popular titles such as Upin and Ipin, Agent Ali, and Bobo Boy. These titles actually have proven to us that whatever the genre is, culturally driven content can attract audience and have their own fan base all over the region. The fact that these titles are from local talents who started young and vibrant should inspire us all. In creative production, age does not matter, and this should be an inspiration to many. We also appreciate the effort made by our youth, hence recognize their talent by sending them off to film festivals outside the country. Feature film Kerabat Sapu, directed by our newly debut
Sorry, doctor, it was automatically mute, Dr.
Yeah,
Julia.
someone keep unmuting me.
Yeah,
Correct. So basically, the feature film, Kerabat Sapu, directed by our newly debut Muzamil Rahman, has been selected by our National Film Development Corporation Malaysia, or known as FINAS, to represent the country at the 94th Academy Awards in Los Angeles, United States this March. These are evidences which to inspire others, we just need to be ourselves and do the best of us in whatever we do. Okay. So with this program, I do hope, the webinars, the workshops, will also inspire all of the participants to create masterpieces. Okay, by doing it and doing it best, you are also inspiring the world. So hopefully by this platform, ice cream, P2A ice cream, you can also do wonderful masterpieces. Thank you so much for the invitation to co-host the program. So I wish you all the best for the organizers and for all the participants. Please do learn a lot from this program. Thank you and Assalamualaikum and good afternoon.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Professor Madia, Dr. Julia.
Thank you, Dr. Juliana, for the beautiful and inspiring remarks. Now we are going to move into the last agenda, which is the remarks by the Dean of the Faculty of Psychology and Sociocultural Science, Universitas Islam Indonesia, to Dr. Haji Fuad Nasyori, SPSI, MSI, MAG Psikolog. The screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Vice Rector of Cooperation and Entrepreneurship Universitas Islam Indonesia, Dr. Insinyur Wiryono Raharjo, Deputy Dean of School of Creative Industrial Management and Perform, University Utara Malaysia, Profesor Madya Dr. Juliana Aida Abu Bakar, Head of Communication Department Universitas Islam Indonesia, Mrs. Puji Haryanti, Board of Executive of Passage to Asian, representative of official partners, our valuable friends, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
It is an honor for me to welcome you all to soft opening and first general lecture of P2A Ice Cream, or International Course on Creative Media. This program is hosted by Communication Science Department, Faculty of Psychology and Socio-Cultural Sciences, Universitas Islam Indonesia, and co-host by University Utara Malaysia and Duitan University, Vietnam. This international online course is available for students of Communication Science Department, Universitas Islam Indonesia, and for students of various academic disciplines from our partners university. We hope that this program will give you the opportunity to explore your creativity and ability in global communication to prepare you for a better future. According to UNESCO, creative economy will be one of the most important sectors in the future especially in the time of disruption and pandemic like what we face now. Finally, I would like to thank all the committee members from Communication Science Department for preparing this program and to all co-hosts, official partners, and also support from the International Office and Rectorate of Universitas Islam Indonesia. I wish you a great general lecture for today with Mr. Daffa Urrofi and enjoy the learning process in the P2A Ice Cream 2021. By reciting Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I officially open the soft launching and first general lecture of P2A Ice Cream 2021. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Ordin, Professor Fuad Nasir.
Thank you.
For the very wonderful remarks. Okay, now we are getting closer to the main event, which is the webinar that will be presented by Daffa Urrofi as a creative content creator and CreativePrenneurship. But before that, I would like to read the brief series of our moderator for today, which is Mr. Ivan Sumandiantoro. He got his bachelor degree in communication science at Universitas Islam Indonesia. At the moment, he is also taking his master's degree in communication corporate at Universitas Pembangunan Veteran Yogyakarta. Ivan is also a photographer, videographer, and editor in Communication Laboratory of Universitas Islam Indonesia. To Mr. Ivan, now the time and screen is yours.
Hello, check. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ivan, we can hear you.
I will start it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Passage to ASEAN P2A.
Can you speak louder, Ivan? I think your microphone is not too strong.
Oh, okay. I will check it. Check.
Yes, better.
Is it good?
Better? Yeah.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Passage to ASEAN P2A, International Course on Creativity Media, Ice Cream, inspiring the world with creativity production. Okay, I'm Ivan Sumardiantoro, the moderator of today's webinar. I'm very pleased to see you all here and welcome all of you to this webinar. And of course, I would like to thank International Program Communication Universitas Islam Indonesia for arranging this webinar and giving me the chance to become the moderator for today. So the topic that we are going to discuss on this webinar is share your story with video. Make the content creativity is not easy thing to do because it's not just all about creativity, but you should share about content inspiring and give a benefit from your content. So what should we do make a content creativity? I'm very glad that all of you here come to the correct place because today we are going to give you all the answer on how share your story with video and also tips on how to do better make a creative content. But before that, I would like to introduce our speaker for today. Our speaker for today is Daffa Urrofi. He is a CEO, content creator, and CreativePreneur based in Jakarta, Indonesia. Urrofi really loves to share creative things in his content since Urrofi is an expert in filmmaking and cinematography. He mostly make content about videography and editing, tutorial, cinematic, smartphone shooting tips, and technology things. Urrofi has created so many platforms to grow the creativity industry in Indonesia by making Eurofilm its video production or production host belongs Urrofi. U Community, it's a forum discussion about photo and videographer forum. U Feature and U Academy, creative industry masterclass from zero to hero. Before the presentation begins, let me inform how the webinar will be going on. First, Urrofi will be invited to present the material. After that, there will be question and answer session and followed by conclusion. So if you have a question, you can open your camera and unmute your mic or you can type your question in the chat box. So Now allow me to welcome the speaker Urrofi to deliver his presentation. Urrofi, the screen is yours.
Okay.
Hi.
All right. Thank you, Ivan, for letting me to talk in this webinar. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, guys. Hi, guys. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to share all of my experiences, all the things I've been through in video production, and to share it to you guys. So let me share my screen. Wait. All right. Anyway, I really like the name, like ice cream, since ice cream is really a catchy name, and since I am a sweet food lover, and hearing the ice cream is a good thing to have. My name is Daffa Urrofi. I am a videographer, content creator, film director, and entrepreneur. I also a founder and CEO of video production agency called Urro Films, and I also have a learning platform called Urro Academy. And today we are going to talk how to share your stories with video. So we are going to talk a little about the basics, and we are going to talk about how to make good stories with video too. All right. Let me introduce myself. As I said before, I am a founder of Urro Films. It is a video production agency based in Jakarta, and it has a legal name of PT Kreasi Indonesia. I also have 4 years experience in creative industry, specifically in videography, and I also a content creator in videography and photography. I have already worked with many clients from corporates to small brands like Kapal Api, Astra Honda Motor, Sony Alpha, Ray-Ban, HP, Canon, Ruang Guru, Daihatsu, Samsung, Zhiyun, dan Essilor. These brands are working with me from video production agency services or even endorsement for me as a content creator. And this is my social media. I really active posting on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. In TikTok, I have 600,000 followers, and in Instagram, I have 64,000 followers, and the YouTube, I have 27,000 subscribers. And it's really a blessing that TikTok and Instagram gave me a blue tick mark, which is a verification, and it really boosts my spirit to share the values, share the thing that I know from my experiences to my followers and to you guys. Okay, this is a little portfolio of my video production agency from various clients like Daihatsu, Clarence, Astra Honda Motor, Nava Park, Button Scars, McLaren, Sony Alpha, MNC Hotel, Hoya, and many more. So I think it's a little proof that I really active in video production world, and yeah, I'm going to share it to you guys. And here it is my video product. I have my learning platform called Urro Academy, where people can learn the technical and the business aspect of the videography itself. Because I made this platform since people that are wanting to go to the creative industry, it feels like there's a barrier to entry about the business itself, about the technical itself, since there's a little status quo thing in Indonesia that it is a struggle for the newcomers to join the creative industry itself. So I've solved the problem by making this platform and share a lot of the business aspect of the videography itself by making Urro Academy. And yes, let's talk about the fundamental first. There's someone in medium.com called Michael Boyko said that attention is the new gold of the digital era. What does the mean by this? So in this internet world, everyone can share their information. Everyone can talk. Everyone can post. Everyone can tweet. And there's a lot of posts that made by anyone in this internet world. So how to make our stories, how to make our speech being listened, is by getting attention. So what do I mean by that? So if we get a lot of attention in this internet era, it is a goal. It is a good thing to have, since everyone can access the information. People are really confused what to consume. So if we get a lot of attention, it is a good thing and it is a goal. So the summary is that we should be we should get a lot of attention from the world, since in the internet people can share everything. People confused by a lot of information that they produce itself gitu. So yeah, attention being stand out is really important. And there's a research too that video is the most engaging type of content. And I think you guys are agree with this, since video is content a lot of media from visual and audio. Like if we compare to another media, like let's say only photo. Photo is just one single frame, not moving at all. And when we see photo, okay, it is this photo. We can assume a lot of stories, and maybe the perceive is maybe different between people to other people. So and then juga there's audio, which is audio is just something that we hear. There is no visual in it. Is it just something that we hear? No visual, so it is a lack of information, especially on the visual side. So I think the best media to share information that contains a lot of information is the video. So I think video is the thing that you guys should learn to make, to share your stories, to share all of your thoughts, and to share the thing that you want to share to the world. And now there is a first initial question: what it takes to make a good video? Should I use the highest resolution camera as possible? Should I use the most expensive camera or most expensive gear as possible? The answer is simply no. Why? Because good video isn't about the gear. Good video isn't about the most expensive gear that we have, because the video is about what information we share to the world. So the answer is any camera that be able to record video. It is the camera that you need. You don't need a 4K camera. You don't need a 100,000 frame per second. You don't need a 10-bit camera. No, you just need any camera that able to record video. That's the camera you need. Even a smartphone, that's the camera you need. I've already compared between an iPhone 8 to Panasonic Lumix GH5S, which is iPhone 8 ini has a price of $200, and the Panasonic Lumix GH5S, it has the price of $2,000, which is very, very, very contrast. But if we have a good storytelling, if we have a good lighting, the quality is similar. Like we maybe notice a little difference, but maybe iPhone 8 is produced a lot better on skin tones, but the Lumix GH5S is not produce better skin tones. We need more skill. We need more skill set to make the Lumix GH5S, the expensive camera, is look similar to the iPhone 8. So the point is, we should not overthink what gear we use, since any camera that can produce video is the camera you need. And two, what it takes to make a good video is the story or message itself. And yes, it is the most important thing when we make a video, because a video without a story or message is simply a beauty shot, or maybe we can call it B-roll. No message, no story, and no nothing to get with for the viewers. And yeah, story or message ini is it something that influence or triggers people. Yeah, it may make people want to do something, and it is something to make people stay to watch the entire video from beginning to the end. So it is the most important part when producing a video. And how to make a story to a video? Ask yourself, what motivates you to make this video? It is because you want to grow your business. It is because you have a stories to tell. It is because maybe you have a passion about something and you want to share it to the world. And it is how to make a good story for a video. And the key of a storytelling in a video is make them engage and humanize. Because we make videos not for robots, we make videos for other humans. Because I notice a lot of video makers, videographers, or maybe film directors, they make video just to look amazing, just to look cool, or just to look maybe the video is catchy, or maybe just cool to watch it. But there is no message, there is no point to get for the viewers. and there is a lack of information for the video, and I don't want you guys to do that. The point is we have to include stories in the video. I have a simple story example of my project. I did a project with one of health company in Indonesia called Betadine, and here it is the story. A young worker who lived the day as usual, but he came into some struggles. Since the problem can be solved by Betadine products, it is the brand that I've worked with, so he used these products to solve all the problems. Okay, let's play it for a little bit. So this is the story, and this is the video.
Di masa new normal saat ini, menjaga kebersihan dan kesehatan saluran pernafasan atau respiratory hygiene penting dilakukan. Mulai dari mulut, tenggorokan, sampai hidung. Selalu percayakan pada Betadine, the upper respiratory tract care expert. Betadine.
Yes, it is a simple 30-second video, but I think it really represents the story of the video itself. Sorry. Previously, we have talked about this, the camera, the story, and the third thing we need is lighting. And it is the most basic thing in video, because video contains a lot of photos that played simultaneously. Like a video maybe contains 30 frames or 30 photos in 1 second. It is just example, because other case maybe there's like 1 second, it contains 24 photos, or even it contains 60 photos and a lot of case. But the point is, video, it contains a lot of photo. Photo have a definition in Greek, which means it light. It is a definition that video or photo is light. We know that it is really important to make light in the video, or even light is good gitu. Any camera can produce good video only by good lighting, and I have already demonstrated that in the previous slide, that this video has a good lighting, a good proper lighting, and the camera price is very contrast, which is this is a $300 camera, $300 phone exactly, and this is a $2,000 camera, and the result is very similar since it has a really good lighting. So the lighting is key. You need to learn lighting to make your video look good. And yeah, as I said, video is a form of multiple photos or frames played simultaneously. So yeah, you need a good lighting. You need to learn how to light a video to make the message and to make the information is shared clearly. And how to get good lighting? There's two ways. You can use natural light and you can use artificial light. And what is this? Nah, natural light is a light that shines naturally from the sun's. Example like this. This is one of the project that I have produced. The light is purely from the sun, and I do a little modification by using light reflectors or maybe using some kind of light modifiers. And there is artificial light, where this is a human-made light source that to produce by electrical means, which is this is this is just a dark room, dark plain black room. But when we use artificial light, use it properly, the look is going to be like this. So cool, right? There is a blue, there is a light, and when we can properly use the light properly, artificial light, it is a good thing to do. But the basics, we can just use natural light itself. And yeah, when we start to understand the lighting, I think you need a artificial light, since natural light is already available on the sun, obviously. So what light equipment do I need? Now, you can just light your subject with any of this, everything like standing lamp or even softbox. This is most I recommend one. This is a ring light, or even just a room light that placed in your head in the top of your room. You can use lighting for your video. The point is, you just need a proper lighting to make your video look properly exposed. But I think if you want to step up the level, you just need this one. This is called a softbox, which is there's a lamp inside. So the softbox is to make the light softer and better to look at. And four, we have talked the camera, we have talked the story, and we have talked the lighting. So what it takes to make a good video? Obviously, the audio itself. I noticed that some people really cares about the visual, but forgot about the audio, which is very crucial and fail. And yeah, because the fundamental is video has two main elements, which is visual and audio. So we cannot just focus on the visual itself, but we should be focused on the audio too. Nah, good audio is same important as the visual itself. And yeah, I have a good representation of the words that good audio with decent visual is a lot better compared to awesome visual with bad audio. So if you have a video, if you have maybe like a tight budget to produce a video or maybe to buy a gear, I think it's better for you to invest on the audio too, not just camera, like expensive camera, or maybe you just invest on lighting, camera, or visuals. You have to invest in audio itself, since audio is one of the most important thing when you make a video. And yes, if we break down it, types of audio, there is three types of audio. First, there is a sound effects. Second, there's a voiceover, and third is a music. Sound effects is artificially made sounds to emphasize action in a video. I have a good example of this. This is an example of one of my project, which I work for a hand sanitizer company. So I made a sound effects like sound effect for the hand sanitizer product. Maybe you can hear a little bit. So yeah, we move on to the voiceover. Voiceover is piece of narration made by human voice. You can record it when you shoot the video, or even you can record it when you editing the video. Here's an example of voiceover.
Kuman ada di mana-mana. Kuman ada di mana-mana. New normal. Clarence gak bikin kulit kering.
And yes, that is a voiceover. And there's the music itself, the element that we mostly use for a video, since it is the best audio element for a video to make the video looks very alive. And yes, music is vocal or instrumental sounds combined. So if we listen to the example, it sounds like this. When we combine the sound effect, voiceover, and music, we can feel an alive video like this. I combine three types of audio, combination between music, sound effects, and voiceover, and I apply it to my one of my project for a hand sanitizer company called Clarence.
Kuman
combination between sound effects, music, and voiceover. Let's hear the video and watch it.
Kuman ada di mana-mana. Kulit kering. Clarence, satu semprot sejuta manfaat.
Yes, we can feel that the video is more alive right now because we combine these three things. So yeah, the lesson that you can may use just music itself, but the bare minimum is you can use music and sound effects. You don't have to use voiceover if the story isn't really required that, but you can use music and sound effect because these two things are the most important. And yes, the most important part is the latest part is editing itself. Editing is organizing, correcting, and modifying the footage that you have shot in production process. And the goal of editing is to make the videos delivered properly. You can just share the video when it's just being recorded and there is no editing to make the video looks better or feel better. So you just need editing process to make the video better or even delivered properly. And yeah, let's talk about the production steps itself, which is there's a pre-production, production, and post-production. Sorry that I flipped that, but yes, we start with pre-production and then production and then post-production. Let's start from the pre-production itself. Pre-production is a process of planning a video such as script, concept, storyboard, and mood board. And I can say, compared to other steps, and this is the most important step when producing a video, because you have to plan it really good to make a video produced awesome. And yeah, a document consisting of script, concept, storyboard, etc. is called a board. I have a good example of this. It is from one of my project for a health company called Betadine, and I can share with you guys about the board itself. So board is consisting of, the first one is storyline. Storyline is just a basic summary of the video itself, where you make imagination to your video and you tell it by text, by some paragraph. Like the video you have watched before, yang Betadine 1, the storyline is like this. A first jobber man who will spend his day as an office worker. Starting from the moment he woke up in the morning, he immediately set off to get ready to go to the office. As he looked in the bathroom, he noticed that there was a spot on his lips. So he decided to rinse his mouth with Betadine gargle, and so on and so on. Basically, storyline is just a simple summary and paragraph to make yourself, to make your crew, to make your client, if any, to understand the video, the video itself. So after the storyline, there is a storyboard. Storyboard is simply a imagination, simply a reference to make yourself, to make your crew, to make even your clients, if any, to understand the video is all about frame by frame. Let's say like this. The video is started by the talent walks up from the bedroom. So I put the image like this. It is just an image from Google for a reference. And yep, I put the angle, I put the composition, and I put the camera movement itself. Move to the next shot like this. The talent feels uncomfortable with their throat, and then talent going to the bedroom, and then talent holding the lips because he noticed that something strange in his lips. So he decides to take the product, which is Betadine gargle, and then he used the product, and so on. We can see like this. He decides to do the thing. He decided to do the thing, and then he put back the products, and then going to the next scene, which is the scene 2, which means we want to highlight the second part, which is after that he immediately decided to go by a car because the road, since the road was jammed, he finally grabbed his neck a little because it was uncomfortable. Decide to eat Betadine lozenges. So I break it down to one by one, frame by frame, like this. The talent entering the car again, but from another angle, and then the talent see that the traffic is very crowded. So, and then the talent feels uncomfortable. He grabbed his throat, and then he take out the lozenges candy from his clothes, and then he used the products, and so on and so on. Basically, you just need these two things, which is the first one is the storyline, which is a summary of your video by a paragraph, and there is a storyboard, which is a simple summary, frame by frame, one by one, in a image. It is better if you make a photo board instead of storyboard, since photo board is a photo that produced when you going to the location, when you have a really clear imagination of your video is gonna be, and then like this. After I got the storyboard itself, I actually go to the location. I actually go to this shooting location, and I take the photo with my phone to make an imagination that this is the exact photo, this is the exact frame, this is the exact action that it's going to be, we're going to shoot. So photo board is maybe a little nice additional to do, but if we can just do a basic video, I think storyboard is important, and you don't have to use photoboard, but it is a nice extra to have. So yeah, this is a storyboard, and then there is a visual reference. The goal of me sharing this board is just to share with you guys how it takes to make a video from the pre-production process. So yeah, you need this to make the vision of the video clearer. And then you need, I already said that you need storyline, storyboard, and now visual reference. Visual reference is just simply a color or lighting reference to make yourself, you make your crew, or maybe your clients know that you are going to achieve this kind of look or this kind of visual. So it is just more clearer and way better to give in the board. And this is a video reference, which is a lot better if you have a similar video to your video that you are going to produce. So yeah, video reference is a good thing to have when you want to create a video. And there's a song. If you are going to produce a video, I think you should know the exact song you are going to use. Like this, you can use a simple PowerPoint or Google Slides to make your vision, to make your idea to your video more clearer and better. So you can put your song like this.
Audio Jungle.
And then there's a talent. I approach the talent like this. So I ask the details about their body. There's a voiceover talent that shoots the project.
Free Fire for Anniversary Live TV Show. Jumat, 27 Agustus, jam 7 malam, live di...
And then there's a voiceover script, which is usually voiceover script isn't a video producer job task, but if you got an insight in copywriting, it is a good thing to have, that you can produce a better voiceover with better pacing, with better words, and that is a good thing to have too. There is a location. Since the location is 3, so I break it down: the house, the office, the car, the wardrobe, the mask, and yes, that is the ending. That is basically a board, a video production board that you need to make when you want to produce a video. Even as simple as maybe you're just going to make an interview video, or even you just as simple as you want to make a daily life. I think you still need to make a video production board if you want to be prepared and want to be properly make a video. Move on. We're going to go to the next step, which is production process. Production is a process of shooting all the planned things in pre-production in the board itself that I have already presented. And production is the part where the story begins come to life. Since the previous process is just you imagining the video is gonna be look like, and the production process or the shooting process is the part when you make the story begins come to life. And in production process, you have things to do. The first one is obviously you have to setting up the sound, the lighting, the equipment, and yeah, you just have to camera roll and shoot the video itself one by one. And then we're going to move to the post-production process, which is simply as editing process. And yes, post-production is the process to organize, plan, and edit the videos you have shot in the production process. And post-production itself has more process, which called offline editing, online editing, and final delivery. And what is that? I'm going to share in the next slide. Okay, we're going to share about video editing, which consists of offline editing and online editing. But before we get into the offline editing and online editing, we should know that there is multiple options when we want to edit a video. We can use a smartphone, we can use a personal computer, but yeah, there's some pros and cons that when you use both of these. First, the pros of using the smartphone. Obviously, it's compact, it's lightweight, and it's cheap. Obviously too, can produce videos faster since most of editing apps on smartphones are simpler and less features. So and then editing on smartphone is just a simpler workflow and easier thing to do. And obviously it is easy to learn since there is a less features, not too much features to offer, and you're going to learn really fast editing on smartphone. But there is a cons, which is less and poor features. That there's a lot of features on PC editing softwares, but it is not available in smartphone editing apps, which is the thing that we can receive because it is obvious that smartphone application is just way simpler and we can put a lot of features right there since there is a limitation of the smartphone itself. And obviously there is a lack of essential features like I noticed that a lot of editing software in smartphone doesn't have like audio mix feature, doesn't have like graphics feature that is the most important part of the editing itself. So I recommend you to use the personal computer itself. Even when you want to produce a better video, I think you need to use the personal computer itself. And personal computer has the pros like obviously it has very rich features, like any features you need to make a video, it is available on them. And then editing on PC is going to be more seamless workflow because it is a professional workflow. So you need to learn a lot, and when you get used to that, your workflow is going to be seamless and better. And editing in PC, it is simply better to edit heavier videos or edits since PC tend to have a lot of higher specification. So when you want to edit a heavier videos, it is going to be easier. But there's a cons, which is editing in PC need more time to learn because software editing on PC, it's a lot of features. It's going to be a lot of time to adapt the software itself, and obviously it is need higher specs, which you need more money to spend when you want to edit on a personal computer. So it is a thing to note. But you can just adapt with your needs of editing. But when you just starting editing your video, I highly recommend to just use a smartphone for edit your video. And I have already made recommended editing apps, which from smartphone there is a VN and CapCut and LumaFusion and KineMaster. These four apps is, I think, the best one to make a simple edits, which they have a lot of features too. And then there's a PC, which is that Avid Media Composer, Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Sony Vegas Pro, and Final Cut Pro. These are the softwares that professionals use, and I use most of them like Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve, since it offers a lot of features to make professional video or even heavier videos. So it is your choice where to edit. And as I said before, in editing process, there is a offline editing and online editing. Let's start from the offline editing itself. Offline editing is the process of only organizing footage by its duration, timing, and pacing. So there is no color grading, there is no sound mixing, there is no adding transition or something. You just simply cutting the footage, adding dummy music, adding sound effects, and voiceover if needed. So I have a good example from one of my projects, one of my commercial projects, which is there's a preview of the online editing of the offline editing process, which when we watch it, it's like this. No color, no transition, no some kind of graphics. It's simply just pure of cutting the video itself.
Di masa new normal saat ini, menjaga kebersihan dan kesehatan saluran pernafasan atau respiratory hygiene penting dilakukan. Mulai dari mulut, hidung, sampai tenggorokan.
The color look very dull, it's very flat, and it is not a proper video to watch since it just offline editing process. Let's move on to online editing process. We can say that it is a final stage of video editing. Yes, and it is the final stage of a video production too. The process is basically just touching up the video, like color grading, fixing unwanted objects, visual effects, text effects, sound mixing, etc. And here it is the video when it has passes the online editing process.
Di new normal saat ini, menjaga kebersihan dan kesehatan saluran pernafasan atau respiratory hygiene penting dilakukan. Mulai dari mulut, tenggorokan, sampai hidung. Selalu percayakan pada betadine, the upper respiratory tract care expert. Betadine.
Yep, there is a process when you have already done the online editing, but I want to disclaim to you guys that a lot of my video examples are just a commercials or a advertisement video. But I think I don't encourage you to make a commercial video too, but you can adapt it to your context. Maybe you want to make a company profile video. Maybe you want to make a content, just a simple content for your personal brand, or maybe you want to make a cover video or something. You can adapt these techniques to your video itself. So I don't encourage you to make a commercial video, but I think the best example that I can share is by commercial video, which I really experienced at. So yeah, there is offline editing and online editing. So one of the process when you do the offline editing is finding music itself, or even the pre-production itself contains you have to find the music itself. So there's a two way, from the free and the paid way. So I think when you want to find a music that commercial free license, that means you can use for any kind of purpose. You can use just YouTube audio library that YouTube already provides by YouTube audio library. And then maybe you want to make a project that you already paid from it. Yeah, you simply need to make you have to find a music from the paid platform itself, like Audio Jungle, Musicbed, Artlist, Premium Beat, etc. I want to make an example when we use the one of the paid music platform like this. Example, I want to find a music that feels like corporate company profile. So I think we can search like corporate music. And yep, these paid platforms really provide a lot of music. Like we can see this 400,000 items, which is a lot, and you can see various prices from the most expensive, from the cheapest one, and it is your choice to choose the best one for you, like this.
Audio Jungle.
And yes, the conclusion is when you want to find a music, the internet world will provide you a lot of options, and that thing is going to be, it's not going to be a struggle for you. And I have a basic principle that I really best at, that this is maybe uncommon, which is some people said that you have to emphasize more on quality, not on quantity. But when you starting of something, maybe in this context you have you want to start your video production skill, you want to start to make a video for the first time, I think you need to emphasize on quantity first. Why? Because I think when you overthink, when you really cares about the quality itself, but you have no skill set on it, I think you can never got any quality by not doing anything. So I think when you starting at something, you should not care that if your production is sucks, or maybe it looks bad or something. Never overthink, just create. Because the most important part when you starting at something is you have to make a lot of skill first. Because quality is not really important when you starting, but the most important thing is when you have a lot of time spending on that thing. And yep, thank you guys for having me.
Okay, thank you very much, Urrofi, for giving us such informative and interesting presentation. So now we come to the question and answer session, and don't forget to fill out the attendance for a form of this webinar. So any question for all participants? Maybe let me first have a okay. Any question? Okay, Fikri Haikal Ramadan.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you for the material and for the time for me. So actually, I want to ask, before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Fikri Ramadan, student of International Program of Communication Science, Universitas Islam Indonesia. So here I want to ask, actually, it's basic question based on your experience, Brother Daffa Urrofi, in making content, especially video. My obstacle is not having a partner. I mean, we are alone, and this easier to make it more tired because I don't have friend to make voice over or lighting or so on. So can we do it alone, or we have to have a partner? And if we can do it alone, so what is the solution to make it more consistent? Every day we make a content.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fikri, for the question. It's a really good question since it is a relatable question actually, because the 3 first years I spent time in videography is by myself. So I never intended my friends. I never make my friends included, but I really learned everything from myself, from the lighting, from the camera, from the video production itself. It is by myself. But when I really active in the business part, when I have to delegate the process, and then I started to delegate. So I hired more team, I hired more partners to make the process easier. But when you start at something, I think you don't need friends, because the 3 first years of my video production experience are just by myself. So it is not a problem. You just have to be more. Confident, and maybe you just have to be more independent, I think. And yeah, thank you for the question. Good question.
Okay, Fikri. Thank you for your question. And anyone have a question again for our participant? Oh, I'm sorry, Fikri. It's enough question.
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
It's clear. Thank you. Okay. Any question from the participant? Okay. Well, I have already have one from Ola. The question is, hello, it's me, Ola from IPC. Want to ask, what do you think about creating works content? What make other people like interested, enthusiastic to hear, see or keep watching if we upload about our content? So
okay. Yes, that's actually a good question too, Ola. Thank you for asking. But I already shared it from the presentation that when you share a story to make them engage is first, you have to ask yourself, like, what motivates you to share the video itself? What is the message of, what is the point of you making that video? When you can answer yourself by doing that, I think you can just produce a better story with that thing. So yeah, maybe it can be something like something you want to tell the world, or it is because your passion. But there is a simple breakdown when you make some kind of script, especially in content creation, that you have to make a hook or some kind like intriguing in the first place for the first 3 seconds when you upload it, like to some social media platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. you have to make the first 3 seconds as intriguing as possible. Because I think when it's the context is the content creation, you have to get more attention, not just by sharing story, but you have to make a good hook for your story itself. So I think when you want to be more heard by a lot more people, to reach other people, to reach more people, I think you just have to make a good hook for your story. And one of the things you can do is make the 3 first second of your video as intriguing as possible. And that's the answer.
Okay, thank you, Urrofi. Maybe it's the second question is Mimi. Okay, Mimi.
Hello. So I'm Mimi from DTU Vietnam. So I have 2 questions. The first one is, what is your motivation to start up your business? And the second one is, I have a lot of hard time when I choose the music for my video. So can you share with us some advice or recommendation, or like some tips that when you have done your video and then you have to choose the audio to fix it? It's really the hard time for me. Yeah.
Yeah, agree with that. Okay, thank you for asking, Mimi. The first one, what is my motivation to doing the business, especially in the video production? The first one, I think the most micro part is that video, as I said, video is the most engaging type of content, which a lot of marketing strategies, a lot of campaigns use video as their tool to share the information or share their business or share their stories. So I think since the creative industry, since the video is going to be bigger and bigger, I think it's a good time to enter this industry, to share my values, to share my skills to the corporate clients that needs my experience itself. And the second part is how can I find the good music for my video? Is simply by using a paid platforms, like I said before, like Audio Jungle, Musicbed, Artlist.io, and more of them, that they have a good features, like they sort the music by its BPM, by its genre, by its mood, by its artist, and that is a good thing to do. So I think when you make a video, you can just open these websites, like I said, Audio Jungle, Musicbed, or other paid music platform, and you can use their features like that I said, like genre, artists, BPMs, and etc. And I think that is the best way to find the music for your video.
Yeah, thank you so much for your answer. I got it. Yes.
Okay, Mimi, thank you for question. So we have Puna. I'm sorry if I wrong spell your name. Puna, can you open your camera, or I read your question? Puna.
Okay. My name is Punari. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I hear you.
My name is Punari. I'm from Asian Institute of Cambodia. I want to ask you that what is the most important thing to be a video editor?
Okay. Thank you, Shamurai, for the question. It is a really good question, and it is one of the questions that that came into me from my followers, from my friends, and yeah, what is the most important? What is the most important thing to have when you want to be a proper or maybe professional video editor? I think the most fundamental part is the creativity itself. You have to spend a lot of time seeing another reference. You have to spend a lot of time on the technical itself, and you have to spend a lot of time on the creative part itself. Like maybe you need to make a video passion project, or maybe you need to edit a lot. The point is you have to make your time, you have to spend time a lot in the editing process itself, so you have a better experience in the editing process. And maybe if you want to go professional, just find some courses how to make how to be, or maybe how to earn from a video editing itself. because I think the important problem that we may suffer is that the creative peoples can monetize their creative itself. So they are focused on the creative part itself, but they are have no skill in the business part, which is a little dangerous, I think. So when you want to be a video editor, especially you want to be a businessman, when you want to earn from it, you have to learn the business aspect of it, because the creative and the business side is really different, and you have to learn about it. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Urrofi. Mr. Pune, it's clear for your answer. Okay, it's clear. So we next the question. Gozi, can you open your camera? Gozi. Okay, if you can't open your camera, I will read the question. May I ask, is the algorithm in Instagram, YouTube, TikTok very influential on the content we create to get a lot of viewers or subscribers? And how do we learn that algorithm in Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok?
Okay, got it. This is an interesting question too, because I make contents there, and I know a little bit of their platforms, and I think the summary is they have different algorithms, and it really affects the content itself. So I think as a content creator, you have to know that these platform have different algorithm, and you have to adapt from it, because the problem is some people, like my friends, maybe they spend a lot of time making that content, but they have no views. They have a little views than the other people who doing maybe ridiculous content but gets a lot of views. But I think it is just it's a matter of the algorithm. When you know exactly the algorithm is, I think any content, any kind of content, from the education, from the, I think the controversial one is can be viral too. But and yeah, if we talk about these platforms, let's say from the TikTok has a really unique platform, which you have to make a really interesting first 3 seconds on your videos. There is a thing called like first 3 seconds, where when you make a content on TikTok, you have to make the first 3 seconds as intriguing, as interesting as possible, because TikTok have a mother of their algorithm, which is retention rate or watch time, which there is a percentage of people watching the video. It is a ratio. Let's say the example, the video have a duration of 15 seconds, and the majority of the people they watch until the seconds of the 14. So it is a good really percentage, like maybe 95%, 95%. But when another case, maybe when a video has a duration of 15 seconds and most people statistically only watch until the second 3, it is a bad video, and TikTok will not going to push the video to a lot to broader audiences. So I think when you make a video on TikTok, you have to make the first 3 seconds as interesting as possible to make other people, to make the audiences watch from the beginning to the end. So, and then there's a YouTube, whereas YouTube, I think it is a little harder to break through, since it is a old platform, it is an adult platform, and you may be going to be a little more struggle to start with it and to gain more subscriber from it. But I have a friends which has breakthrough the YouTube algorithm, which means he gets 100,000 subscriber in just 5 months. It is a lot of numbers, but the principle that he really do is he really consistent to post the video, like two days once, like every 2 days he upload the video, and it is an awesome thing that he do. And then yes, consistency is the most important thing when you when you make a content on YouTube. But there is a TikTok, which I said you have to make a content, the first 3 seconds of the content as interesting as possible. And then there is an Instagram. Instagram is way harder to grow on it because the algorithm is similar to YouTube when you have to be consistent of posting on there. So basically there's a difference of these 3 platforms, and I think you have to maximize all of them to make your digital presence better. And that's it.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Urrofi. And I wanna remember, don't forget to fill out the attendance form of this webinar. You can check the link on the chat box. Okay. So we go to next question. Mutia, can you hear me?
Hello,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry I couldn't open my camera because I am outside. Well, thank you so much, Mas Urrofi. I've been following your TikTok since long time ago actually, because your videos pop up a lot in my For You page, and I'm glad that you came here. Well, I'm glad with your upstanding remark that you said quantity over quality, because for the beginners like me, I really agreed to that statement. Well, I have two questions. The first is, this is actually not technical things, but in my environment itself, I have many friends who are expert in video making. So sometimes I got a little bit feeling of insecurity to post mine. So the first question is basically how to overcome that. Like, I know mine is far from perfect, but could you give me advice and motivation to make more works like the videos? And the second question is how to measure that what point that you in your experience, what how to measure that your video is already proper to be sold. I mean the service, the video, to make that as a business.
Okay. Okay.
I mean the first type that you think you can work on that. So thank you so much. Sorry for the long question. Thank you.
Okay, good question. But could you repeat the first one, because I don't really hear it. The voice is a little distorted. So can you repeat the first question? But the second one it's not a problem.
Okay, the first question is it's about my insecurity towards my video, because my friends are experts in video making. So I want you to give me and give us motivation to make more work, to make the quantity for the beginners. Thank you.
Okay, good question. The first one is you have a lot of friends that very mastered, very specialized in video production, and you got a little insecure because maybe you have a less capabilities than them. And I think the simplest way is a basic mind that when you feel insecure, you just can't compare yourself to others, because people start somewhere. I start somewhere, you start somewhere, and I think age or maybe time is not the best way to compare it. Like maybe my age is just 15 years old anyway, and people may get a lot of insecurity from me, but I think I have a very best advice that people have different start point and people have different finish point. So I think the best way to do is just work on yourself. You don't have to care about the people achievement. You have to work on yourself to make your own achievement itself. And the second question is how to measure that your video is good enough to be a professional. Is I think by feedback. I also a feedback based person. When I make a video, when I make my own creation, I always I think I always ask to my 3 or 5 friends to ask them like, is it the video is good as possible? I have a message of like this. I want to make a video of this, and this is a video itself. Could you watch it? And then when they have a feedbacks, I listen to them, and I evaluate what can I do to make my video better. So I think when you want to know that is it the time to measure the video, is it proper enough to be a business part? Yes, I think you just have to get feedbacks from your friends, because we as creative, not working alone, we have to work together, especially with the other creative person ones. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Urrofi. Mutia, it's enough. Mutia? I think it's enough, yeah. Okay, we go to...
I got it.
Okay, Mutia. So, Dr. Herman. Okay.
Thank you, Ivan, for the time. So, Mas Urrofi, thank you very much for sharing with us. It was very inspiring. Mas Urrofi, I have a question for you. When you create content, that you've been like CreativePreneur and you do it for money, right?
Yes.
But I want to know, is there like something that you consider when you sometimes you also make content to educate people? For example, in the time of pandemic like this, to give like good social impact to the people without thinking about the the profit or generating income. And what about the cultural values, or maybe I don't know, maybe the values of nationalism or something else? Do you also consider that when you create like especially personal content for your own social media? Thank you, Mas Urrofi.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for the question. This is a really, really good question, and yep, the answer is I did that, and I always doing that, because I always share my experiences by doing some kind of free webinars. I also sometimes do live from Instagram or TikTok and share all of their questions, all of their problems, and give it the solution to they who got the problem itself. So I think it is my best thing to do when I want to give a free impact to the people around me, people on this nation, and yep, I did that, and I always doing that.
Thank you, Mas Urrofi. Keep doing the good job.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Dr. Herman, it's enough for you.
Thank you, Ivan, for the time.
Okay. I remember again, don't forget to fill out the attendance form of this webinar, the link on the chat box for all participants. So we go to the next question. Mr. or Miss Hang Seng Hong, can you hear me? Can you open your camera? Mr. or Miss Hang Seng Hong? Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, sir.
Okay.
Can I ask you one question? Wow, you are a great presenter. I want to ask you that if we want to make a great video, how many main points we need to do? Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's a good question. The question is, I want to confirm that the question is how many manpower? Yeah, is it the true question? Manpower or maybe crew?
Yeah, that's a question.
Okay, good question. Yes, I sometimes got this question from my followers, from my friends. How many crews do I need for a video production process? And the answer is simply it may vary. It's really vary. Like I have a project like the ones that we have played before, like the Betadine. It has 25 crews, and the one yang hand sanitizer product, it has 15 crew. And yep, the simple answer is the how many crews do you need is just based on how the complexity of the project itself. So you have to adapt. You have to really exactly know how many crew you need for specific job desk. But I think there is not the something you have to overthink, since I I did that. I did a project which is a really tough project, but I only do with 4 crew. It is a project for a fashion brand in Asia, button scarves, but I only do it with 4 crews, and it is still going well. So I think the point is, how can you maximize your crew? How can you maybe invite your friends, or maybe invite the people you know who can do a lot of good job desk. And yep, basically you don't have to overthink about the quantity of the manpower itself. You just have to think about the quality the manpower will give to you. That's the answer.
Okay, thank you, Rofi. Mr. or Miss Heng Sang Hong, it's enough for you? Mr. or Miss Heng Sang Hong, it's enough for you?
Thank you very much, sir, for your answer.
Okay, thank you for your question. So we next a question from Mr. Tera Choyrun. Choyrun. Okay. Can you open your camera, Mr. Tera?
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Sorry. Yes, thank you very much for sharing this about us. And my name is Tira, and I'm from AIC, from Cambodia, Asian Institute, Cambodia. And thank you very much for your sharing again. And I would like to ask you one question. So what do you think about some kind of video content? Because I have seen some video from social media. Yes, it has some it has some affection on our society. So what do you think about it? Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, sorry, Ciara, could you repeat your question, since there is a huge speaker from outside my house? Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about some kind of video content? Because I have a lot of content creator, because of money, they create some content that help more affection on our society.
Oh, so the question is simply just how impactful the content creator is by their money, or maybe what?
Yeah.
It could also, Mas Urrofi, let me help a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
What if you create content that can cause trouble? I mean, maybe conflict or polemics in the society.
All right. What kind of content?
Yeah. What kinds of content?
Okay. I maybe give a simple advice when you ask as a creative, and maybe the approach is you are going to be a good content creator, not the controversial one or something. And yep, I think when you make as a creative, you have to make a content that the first one is it is the simple as you want to share your stories, or two, maybe you want to share your experiences, or you want to share insights to other people. So I think the other positive content is just a lot of option, but you just have to simply avoid these negative ones, like maybe the ones that contains racial offensives, or maybe it is contents of harass words or bad words, and you have to avoid that as a creative, because I assume and I think your approach is going to be a good content creator. So you just have to simply prevent that thing, that you have to be a little bit more careful when producing a content. So that's it.
Right. I got it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tera. Okay, I remember again. Don't forget to fill out the attendance form of this webinar. The link on the chat box. So we go to next question. Any question again for from our participant? Any question? Or maybe let me asking to you, Rofi.
Alright.
Okay.
Yes, boleh.
How can you be confident in front of camera? Because sometimes we look freak face, or we are confident in front of camera. So how you feel be confident in front of camera? Maybe you have tips.
Okay. Maybe I have a funny advice that I already did, which maybe a year ago I was a really bad public speaker. Like when I do online live, maybe, or maybe when I teach a course from other people to other people, I can admit that I am a really bad public speaker. But I put a lot of hours. I put a lot of time spending on the camera, and the real one, and the real that actually impacts me of the public speaking is when I'm doing the live online live on Instagram or TikTok, because in that session is you don't have people that actually talk with you, but you just have to read those texts. And maybe that is a good thing to do when you want to improve your public speaking, is you have to do a lot of online live like Instagram or TikTok, just talking what you want to share, just share what you want, share the stories have in your thoughts. And yeah, it is maybe it is a funny advice, but from me the most working ones is by doing online live.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yes.
When be confident, you should live TikTok or live Instagram, right?
Yes, as simple as that, and put some quantity on it, because I do better not just by 1 or 2 times, but maybe if I count it exactly, maybe I have did like maybe 100 lives. So I think it's simply as you have to talk a lot.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Maybe I can try it.
Yes, you
yes.
should do that.
Okay, I remind again, don't forget to fill out the attendance form of this webinar. You can check the link in the chat box.
Actually, even we can give some souvenirs for those who ask question, but you need to take it to our campus, to Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Even we can also ask sharing from, maybe, I don't know, Mas Urrofi. We have a lecturer here, my very good friend, brother Muhammad Amir Abu Seman, Ci Amir. He follows a lot Indonesian content. Maybe he can say something about his views. Mr. Amir, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. Thank you very much, Dr. Herman. Hi, Mr. Daffa. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Loud and clear, brother.
Okay. So I'm not sure is this question being asked or not. May I know, Mr. Daffa, what is your motivation to become a video producer? I mean, what because you can have lots of things to do. Maybe some people, they like to play games, because now is you can get lots of money playing games. Okay, but why you choose to produce a video?
All right, that's a very interesting question, and I got lots of questions about it. Okay, thank you, sir, for asking that. Why do I do video production? Is I just accidentally know the video production itself. So the background itself, when I was like 12 years old, when I was a kid, I just want to learn everything like graphic design, programming, music production, and the ones that I really like is video production. And then so I decide to really get into it. Like maybe that was 5 years of learning, and then suddenly when I made a content, big clients are coming in. Like they give maybe if I say the words, they give like 9 digits in rupiahs for just a simple project. So I think it is a very prospect for a business wise. It is a thing. It is because simply as it is a hobby that I get paid from it, and I get paid a lot from it. So I think that is what motivates me to do video production, and I think it is a good thing when a lot of people doing this too. So I still encourage people to get into this video production since the industry has a lot of transactions, has a lot of big money from it. So I think that is my motivation.
Thank you, Brother Amir. Back to our
Thank you, sir.
moderator. Sorry, Ivan.
Okay, no problem, Mister. Maybe I remain again. Don't forget to fill out the attendance form of this webinar. The link you can check on the chat box. So, any question for all participants? Any question again from all participants? Maybe one question. One question again, maybe. I think it's enough, yeah. So we go to Urrofi again. Maybe you can give a closing remark or closing statement.
Okay.
Urrofi.
Okay. Okay. I think the best advice that I can give for you guys when you start at something, especially in video production, is you have to emphasize in quantity first instead of quality. Because when you overthink about the quality, but you have no skill set on it, you will not get any quality at all. So invest in quality, spend a lot of time in quantity, and I think quantity will come automatically. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Urrofi. I really interested for your content because I watching your content.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, your content first is all about comedy, right?
No, I mainly post about videography and photography.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I see your content on your YouTube because I see your content first is Charlie Pencil.
Yes.
Your comparison video funny, so it's interesting because you
Yes.
move to videography or photography.
Yes, I start from comedy videos, but I don't really enjoy doing that. So I
Yes.
moved out to the common interest, which is videography.
Yeah, it's good. So we go to once again, I like to thank the speaker for informative and interesting presentation, all the participants for the very active participant, and for the organizers for this webinar. It's Departemen Communication Universitas Islam Indonesia for making this webinar happen. I like to apologize if there are many mistakes from me as a moderator during this session. We hope you learn something today and hope you can find this sharing session informative and useful. Thank you. Until next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Urrofi.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will give back to MC.
Yes.
Ms. Daffa, for giving the very wonderful and incredible presentation. Now, before we end this webinar, I would like to please to all of the participants, don't forget to turn on your camera because we are going to do a photo together with Mr. Daffa.
Ya, kita ikut.
So please, for all the participants, don't forget to turn on your camera and put your best smile. So we are going to take the photo together. For the technical team, maybe you can guide us to count. Okay, I'm going to count. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. Once again, 3, 2, 1. And the last one.
Open your camera.
Oh, okay, the last one. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Are we going to still take some of the photos? Or already enough? Okay, it's enough. Thank you so much once again to Mr. Daffa Urrofi We hope that we can invite you again to come to our webinar. Okay, so for the next session, we are going to hear some of the, I don't know, maybe not remarks, but some announcement from Dr. Herman Felani about this P2A ice cream. So I would like now to give the time and screen to Dr. Herman Felani. Dr.
Thank you
Herman
very
Felani,
much.
time and screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Gianni, for guiding the opening sessions and also the webinar very well. And thank you very much to Mas Daffa Urrofi for very inspiring sharing with us. So I'm going to give you the time for special for Q&A. If you have any question related with our course, our P2A ice cream. So Mas Daffa, feel free if you want to join us as lecturer, not as a student, Mas Daffa. We'll be happy to have you. So I just want to remind you again that actually this is this webinar is actually part of the course that we have. If you join the course, so this course is mandatory for international program communications department students in Universitas Islam Indonesia for the year 2019 and 2020. And we also open slots for international students from outside Indonesia to join the program. And the program is free, you don't need to pay anything. So the schools, Universitas Islam Indonesia is covering all programs, and the co-host and also co-host provide speakers also for our events, you know, SIMPA UUM and also Duitan University. So I would like to invite all of my students here. Actually, I see my students from ASEAN Institute Cambodia. Hello everyone, can you say hi? And maybe Oresi smile. And I saw also some of my students from DTU, from Duitan University, Vietnam, from Da Nang City. Okay. I hope the COVID-19 will go away so that we can meet all together. Okay, so please, you can ask questions. If you missed my presentation in the beginning, I will remind you again that actually this P2A is this ice cream program. We call it ice cream. Okay, I'm glad that Mas Urrofi liked the name. That it is actually a course that we provide for students of communication department, especially from the international program, and also for international students to learn more about creative media. Okay, if you forget, okay, I want to say hi also to all of the students from okay, I'm so happy to see that we have so many friends from Philippines as well joining, from Cambodia, from Svaidang University and AIC, and we have students from St. Joseph's College of Quezon City, and I saw also some students from okay, and also even International Peace Leadership College from Tanay Rizal, Philippines, and of course our brother and sister from University of Utara, Malaysia. So please, I already shared to you some of the links that you can use for registration, but again, the webinar is open for anyone. You can join it for free. We're going to update the information in our Instagram and also in our Ikonisia TV on YouTube. Please kindly check. Okay, if you have, let me check maybe. Okay, okay. Professor Madia, Dr. Juliana Aida says, all the best for P2A ice cream. May you all reap the most benefit throughout the program. See you in other avenues. Yes, Dr. Juliana, actually we worked together with UUM the last time. We have a P2A photography workshop. It was very nice. We visited 3 countries and we had a competition too. It was also with Brother Amir, Chiamir. Chiamir, are you still here?
Yes.
Yes. So, brother, maybe you can share a little bit about our past experience. It was very nice with Nikon. I still keep the T-shirt. Maybe you can say something.
Okay.
We have so many postponed plan, right?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Herman. Actually, we also, even the students from UM have a very wonderful program that time. Okay, even though we have one student who not fully joined, unfortunately, because got a fever. Okay, when he arrived there. Okay, too bad for him. For Azikal, I think.
Yeah. He went to the hospital. Yeah.
But you have a great hospitality for him. Even give good treatment.
It's our duty.
Okay, so basically, last time we have around 1 week. Is it?
True.
Around 1 week's photography program where we visited Mount Merapi. Is it Mount Merapi?
Mount Merapi, that's true.
Yeah. I forgot the exact name there. The place.
You can forget the names, but you will never forget the experience, right?
yeah.
There's Ajeng here, and then there is Hai. There's
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then we also have some great experience. Hang out, walk around Jogja city.
Malioboro.
Malioboro. Take a lots of street photography, and then we come back. We come to UUM. We have we have a training that being sponsored by Nikon Malaysia at that time. Okay, and then we have also not only Nikon Malaysia. We have a collaboration or professional instructor from Club Camera Kedah, which is Kedah, the state. It's a camera club. Okay, and then we have a visit 1-day trip to Thailand. Great experience. Okay, and on the way back, I think when we visit the Penang before we fly back to
It was very nice time in Penang at the time.
Yeah. So, but very good program. One is because we have opportunity to travel to see other places. But for me, the most interesting, the most valuable things from the program is about the networking, the friendship that we created after the program. Yeah, because until now, the group, the WhatsApp group, is it?
Yes.
Telegram or WhatsApp there?
That's true. WhatsApp.
WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Facebook,
It's still active from time to time. We still say hi to the participant, even though most of them, some of them is already graduated, but still active in the conversation, say hi to each other. So I really wish that we're going to have the similar program again, inshallah, okay, in the near future when all the country open the border after the pandemics. And okay, really hope that all the students, especially here, when I join a similar program. Thank you again, Mr. Herman. Great experience that we have there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amir, for sharing. Mom Virginia, if you have any questions from the Philippines, Mom Virginia Kidit. Yeah, actually, we also have, I don't know if Miss Jessie or Mimi still join us, or some friends from DTU.
If we want to join the activity,
Yes, Mom Virginia.
for a while. We want to join the activity for the P2A ice cream. Can we ask for your guidelines? A copy of your guidelines?
Yes.
Through email?
Okay, Mom Virginia, it's so good to see you again. I think the last time we met was very long time ago, right? In P2A meeting.
Oh.
Have you ever attended the meeting in P2A?
No.
Okay, maybe I forget, but I think I can recognize your face. Maybe in P2A meeting or maybe another program like CMEO, I don't.
I
Okay.
think when was that? In Jakarta, I think.
Yeah, probably it was in
Venus University.
University. Yeah, it's been a while, 2014 or something. Okay, actually, we have also friend from Binus being our partners in this program. So, Mount Virginia, for the guidelines, I think I already shared it in. You can go to our what is it? Our website in.
Okay.
And also, I already shared my presentation in the chat box. Okay, if you have time to download it, that will be okay. Or you can reach me on my email. I will also put my email on the chat. So actually, for the students, I think because this is going to be a course, so they need to, if they want to join, they can only join the webinars. The webinar is open and it's free. Anyone can join. But for the course, I think we require you to join at least 30 hours. And it's equal to credits. It's equal to 2 credits in Indonesia, 30 hours. And the 10 hours, maybe Mom Virginia, if you don't mind, I want to show again one more time the preview of the program. I'm just going to go very quickly. Can you see my screen, Mom Virginia?
Yes.
So, so it's an output-based education and problem-based learning. So should be based on values and also to have social impact. So the student will be grouped in different groups, and this is the assessment. They have to do group project, consultation, supervision, and also exhibition. And they need to produce some creative media, could be video, visual essays, soundscape, short films, photo story, or podcasts. And this is the platform that we will use for the learning process. And for us, from our side, we have these courses: video production, photography, creative media production. I think Mr. Amir in UUM also has this kind of subject, fiction production. So this will be converted to this subject. But if you don't have it, it's up to you. You can adjust with your local curriculum. And these are the speakers that we're going to have. Okay, this is the first webinars with Mr. Daffa Urrofi, and we have Dr. Zaki Habibi who will talk about soundscape to photo documentations. We have Professor Paniza Almark also in the upcoming webinars talking about photography and academic world, and then Miss Denti, a journalist of Kompas, who's also a 7ing awardee. And we have going to have speakers from SIMPA UUM and also DTU Vietnam. And we provide scholarship for all the participants. The total is $2,000 total, and it will be given to the group, not individual or single participants, but it will be 2 groups. It's for their creative productions. We expect to have around 100 students to join this program. We will group them into 10 groups, and they'll spend 20 hours for team project, mentoring and supervision, and 10 hours for general lectures, and 3 days of exhibition. If they cannot join the general lectures online, they can follow it on YouTube. We are going to have the awarding event, and the awarding event, I hope it will be hosted by Secretariat of P2A. And yeah, this is the aspect for the awarding. And then the point is, we want the student to learn not only making content, but they learn teamwork, creativity, entrepreneurship, and it should have social impact. So this is my you can visit our Instagram and also YouTube, Ikonisia TV, and this is the contact that you can reach if you have any questions. Yes, Mom Virginia, I think yes. And these are the coordinator. You can also contact Mr. Amir from University of Utara Malaysia, Mr. Nu from Britain University, and me from Universitas Islam Indonesia, Yogyakarta.
Thank you.
My pleasure, Mom Virginia. How is the COVID-19 in Philippines? Is it getting lower now, or it's still in lockdown situation?
No, no lockdown already. Some part only.
Glad. Hope that it will finish very soon. Thank you, Mom Virginia.
Welcome.
Okay, from Cambodia, maybe my student from AIC or from Svayriang or students from Thailand, Chiang Mai Ratchapat University or some other? Okay, if you don't have any questions, I would like to thank everyone for attending and joining this soft opening of P2A ice cream. I hope you enjoyed the ice cream. I hope you got the flavor that you really like. And I think Mr. Daffa Urrofi already set up a very nice starting point with video creative as the first topic to discuss. Okay, let me check. There's another questions. Okay, thank you, Mimi. Have a good. Yeah, Mimi was also one of the alumni for our program for P2A Coffee Story, Indonesian Coffee Story. It was 2018. Sadly, because of the pandemics, we cannot do physical activity now for mobility, but we can still, explore and learn more together using this online course platform. And this course, inshallah, we plan to make it a permanent course, so it will be available every year. And as usual, we will conduct selections. So please, again, I would like to share you. Maybe, I don't know, the admin, can you share the poster or the link? Admin, maybe, can you help? Link for the registration, if you can share again on the chat box. Okay. So please, if you are an international student, you can join, or maybe the poster will be okay to join our P2A ice cream course. We still have time until 12th November. So, okay, because of the request of some partners, we're going to extend the registration until 12th of November. And I'm really sorry because we have a very limited space for the program. We cannot take everyone, but we have that we can choose like the best of you to explore your potentials. Mimi, can you say something, Mimi, about your past experience? Because in the coffee story, you also learned photography with Mr. Ali and team, with Masgun and team, right? Mimi, if you...
Yes. Like I have a lot of time in Indonesia to learn about how the coffees will make. And I also have some experience in photographer. And so I think this is really a good opportunity for me to join the program. And I learned a lot of things. It's not just only for the knowledge, but also for the business one, like how to do the business in coffee between Vietnam, Indonesia, and other countries as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mimi. And at the time, remember, every job, every business that you have, you always need this creative skills, right?
Yeah, yes.
And videography. And yeah, and Mimi, also, you also got sick a little bit at the time during the program, right? Because you need to Medan to Aceh, taking the bus from Aceh to Jogja, and then wow, a lot of travel. But it was
long bus, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Mimi. Okay, is there any other question? And okay, I just want to remind you too, don't worry about the gadget that you have, because at the time we have friend, I think Chi Amir still remember at the time, we have B from Svayriang University from Cambodia who only used her phone to join the competition, and she became one of the winner, right? Chi Amir, do you still remember B at the time?
Again? Sorry, just...
It was the Cambodian students who won the competitions of the photography, from Nikon, only using camera, right? From Svayriang University.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just want to tell you that don't worry about, just like what Urrofi told us, that actually don't worry with the gadget that you have. The most important is you have the lighting. Okay. So during the video production, we can support you. One of the function of the scholarship is you can use it. For example, you need like extra lighting. Maybe you can buy it for lighting, and then you can use it together with your partners. I don't know, maybe you cannot share it because you are in different countries, but you can still use it to support each other's work. Or maybe you can use it, I don't know if Mas Urrofi is still with us, but you can use it also to subscribe to some premium account. Maybe you want to buy.
Yeah, for Envato.
Yes, could be. Yeah. It's a good idea, Mr. Amir. Okay, any questions from students, maybe from Cambodia, or maybe from Philippines, or maybe from others? Okay, I would like to say thank you also. Mr. Amir, actually, my boss is here. Bu Puji Haryanti is here. Thank you, Mbak Puji, for still being with us. And then we used to have some lecturer. We have Dr. Iwan and also some other lecturers, and Dr. Ali, who's now Mr. Ali, who's now. Oh, Mr. Ali says hi to you, Mr. Amir. He's now in Czech Republic in Prague for continuing his PhD. Okay. Gianni, since there's no more questions, Gianni, I'm going to give the time. Or maybe, Baida, do you have something to say, information for the participants? Or
Well, I think it's enough, Dr. Herman. Thank you for all the participants and university partners to join this program. We hope that all of this program will go smooth. Yeah, every partner, every participant can do your best on your project, and we hope to see you soon during the consultation or the process. Good luck. Salam.
Thank you so much, Kaida, for the very motivating closing speech. And I want to invite the mentors who are here. If you don't mind, please go to the green screen so that I can introduce. So these are the mentors that will help you during the learning process. So, okay, I would like to invite everyone. Okay, Miss Gianni, Miss Kika, Miss Desha, maybe, and maybe our moderator, Mr. Ivan, please come here, Mr. Rizky. So during the learning process this time, so Ci Amir, the method that we have now, we'll have supervisors, and you will be one of the supervisors, Ci Amir. Because now Mr. Ali is far away, so the supervisor will be you, and then we have Miss Ida, and then Mr. Anggi, and also Miss Sumekar Tanjung. Miss Tanjung, I hope Miss Tanjung is still here. Yeah, including me. And the supervisor will help you will guarantee the quality of the assessment, okay, for the students, and also the learning process. But the mentor will be the one assisting the students most of the time during the project. So I would like to invite all of the mentor to go to the screen, to our green screen in our studio. Yes, please, Mas Bang Rizky, please, everyone, please. Because actually we are doing this streaming from our studio, from our communication studio. Ci Amir, if you still remember. Mimi, do you still remember our studio when we took the photo?
Yeah, I do.
Yes. So, okay, I will see the spotlight. Who's on the screen now? Okay, on the screen. Okay, wait. Can we use spotlight the screen? Okay, let's wait. We have a short delay. Okay, there we have. Yeah, this is Mr. Rizky. Hello, Mr. Rizky. Can you say hello? Yeah, Mr. Rizky will be one of the mentor. He's a graduate from. He got his bachelor from our university here, Universitas Islam Indonesia, and he got his master from Gajah Mada University for media studies. Okay, media and cultural studies. Thank you, Mr. Rizky. So that's our first mentor, and then the next mentor. Maybe can everyone go together at the same time? Yes, and as you know that our moderator, Mr. Ivan. Yes, please. Yes. So don't worry, we will learn together, and we really hope that everyone will reach their utmost potentials. Okay. Okay, questions. Maybe questions from students 2021 IPC. Can we join? I will say that IPC 2021, you can join the webinars, but it's not must for you to join the course fully because it's not your time yet. Okay. Yeah, you see that people there? Okay. Those dancing people are the mentors who will help you during the learning process. You will meet them during, could be in the Zoom sessions or Google Meet or whatever is convenient for you. So we would like to say thank you very much to everyone, and bye-bye, and have a good time. And oh yeah, Mas Pampam who's not here. Mas Pampam, can you open your camera, Mas Pampam? Yeah, we also have some mentors who are not here. So Thank you again to everyone for joining us. It's time for us to close our meeting. It's already 15:27, and it's really an honor. And I will give the time back to the MC. So Gianni, you can close the sessions officially, and we hope to meet you again in the next webinar. We already set the schedule, so please follow our Instagram account at ipc.communication.uii at Instagram, and also our YouTube channel Ikonisia TV, so you can keep updated with the informations. Okay, so let me write it down. And Instagram, ipc. Yeah, I hope I write it correct. Thank you. Selamat po. Xin chào. And what else? Akuntran. What is thank you in Thai? I forget. Sawadee krap. No, it's not sawadee krap. Khop krap. Terima kasih, and thank you everyone. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Herman.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
For this question and answer about P2A ice cream. And sadly, now we are reaching the end of the first series of P2A ice cream webinar. First, I would like to say thank you to Daffa Urrofi as the speaker of today's webinar, and also to Mr. Ivan for guiding our webinar for today. And also Ikonisia TV for helping us to stream this webinar for today. I hope that all of you can get a lot of insights and become more creative in making some of the P2A ice cream products. Other than that, I would like to say sorry if there was a word error occurred during this webinar. Thank you once again for all of your attention and participation of this P2A ice cream webinar. Please don't forget to keep following us on our IG at ip.communication.ue, and also Ikonisia and YouTube in YouTube, which is Ikonisia. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much, and see you again on the next webinar. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, everyone. Ci Amir.